supporters? Well, I don't know what it is about this league. And I don't know what it is about Angel Reese. And whether she's with the Chicago Sky or the Rose BC.
We're going to take you on a journey through Angel Reese's incredible season that will make you reevaluate everything you thought you knew about basketball stardom. Remember, when Angel Reese was the talk of women's basketball, she was supposed to be the next big thing, the one who changed the game forever. But wait, because this story is about to take a wild turn. Imagine being one of the most hyped players in women's basketball, only to find out you might be your team's biggest problem.
Angel Reese might be well known. Angel Reese may be a star on social media, but there's a huge difference between a star and a draw. The truth is, Angel Reese is not a draw.
As you can see, Angel Reese was more than just a player. She was also an unmatched marketing force. The league relied on her to attract fans, believing that since they had Angel Reese, they would be successful in life. But occasionally things don't work out as planned.
We've talked about this before. We witnessed it firsthand. WNBA season last year. Angel Reese, the rise of the double-double streak. My goodness, it captured the hearts and imagination of thousands of people. Not tens of thousands, thousands of people. And of course, while that double-double streak was reaching its climax, we watched the Chicago Sky go from being in firm WNBA playoff contention to spiraling down what can only be described as the basketball version of a toilet.
And don't misunderstand me now, Reese is still doing well. She's scoring, grabbing rebounds, and doing everything that made her renowned in college. But something's wrong. Can you fail it? It's like watching a movie with a good main character, but a convoluted plot.
Again, what is it about Angel having real production, putting up points, and her teams always losing? At this point, she is victory repellent.
This is when things start to get interesting. Everyone believed that Reese would dominate after winning when she joined Rose BC in the unmatched league, but reality struck hard and quickly, and Rose BC continued to lose. You may be asking yourself, wait, how is this possible? On the team is Angel Reese.
The Rose BC. It's a terrible name. It really is. Well, Angel Reese plays for said team, and I don't know what it is about Angel Reese. When she puts up real productive numbers, her teams lose. Whether it's the Chicago Sky or the Rose BC.
But here's the thing, statistics don't always provide a whole picture. It's like being the finest dancer at a party where nobody else can dance. You may look nice, but your performance is still a failure. You might score 30 points per game and still not contribute to your team's victory. Now, you may be wondering if Angel Reese is truly living up to the hype, or if she's just posting meaningless numbers like a basketball mirage. You know, those players who appear to be excellent on paper, but whose team consistently loses when they play.
Last night, kind of an efficient game from Angel Reese. Not the greatest three-point shooter in the world, by the way. And even with all those produced videos she's put out in the lab, practicing her long-range shot, and they, whatever reason, after she poured 19 points on the floor the other day and is an obvious offensive spark plug, and we saw that with the Indiana Fever, Lexi Hull was largely sidelined last night too by the Rose BC. So Angel Reese goes off and they lose.
Okay, you may believe that you have everything you need to know about Angel Reese, but wait, this narrative is about to take an unexpected turn. You won't believe what's happening with Rose BC and its purported superstar Rose British Columbia. Unbelievably, Reese putting up strong numbers while it's happening. In her most recent game, she dropped 17 points and pulled down 7 rebounds. But guess what? Rose BC still took another loss. Reese's new team in the unmatched league is losing games left and right.
You can see right here, 3 for 5 from the field. My goodness. Goodness gracious. 17.7 boards, right? Lexi Hull, 9 minutes. 9 damn minutes? That's all you could give her? 9 minutes, 7 points last night. So as you can see, they took the big fat L.
You may be asking yourself, well, but how bad can it really be? Well, let me tell you, it's not pretty. It seems like Reese has a victory repellent of sorts, meaning that the more points she scores, the more likely it is that her team will lose. However, this has happened before players who accumulate stats but are unable to assist their team in winning, such as Andre Drummond or Ben Simmons. They have huge names, great numbers, but not always significant effects.
If she goes off, if she does her best Andre Drummond, her teams lose, and that's all there is to it.
And now is when the exciting part begins. Since Unrivaled started 3 games ago, Rose BC has lost 3 of 4 games. This isn't just bad luck, it's beginning to look like a pattern now. You might be wondering if this is all a coincidence, or if there's more going on, because while we can see Reese's numbers on the stat sheet, what's going on behind the scenes, Rose BC is having a lot of trouble with their superstar on the floor because of what's happening in the locker room on the practice court.
I mean, honestly, you put her on the court, you keep her out there too long, you're screwed. You're going to lose. You're going to lose a basketball game. Wow, my goodness, the female embodiment of Andre Drummond and Ben Simmons put together with long hair.
Could there be a hidden element that we're all overlooking that explains why Reese's individual genius isn't transferring into team success? You believed that the Angel was finished with us, Sagari. Think again, because we're going to explore the true source of Rose BC's inability to get a break. It goes far beyond Reese's statistics. There's something far more significant at play here.
Different combinations. How you approach this is different without Alyssa Thomas, but that also gives you a challenge to approach it with.
I liked his
Imagine this: Reese takes a 3-pointer, the audience holds their breath, and suddenly it's embarrassing. But this is where things become very strange, because the broadcasters pretend it never happened.
You noticed something about this? And somebody pointed it out. The damn announcers pretended Angel Reese didn't just airball 3. Right here, CDS Sports Podcast called them out for it. The announcers simply pretended Angel Reese airball on the 3 didn't happen.
You may be thinking, okay, so the announcers messed up, big deal. But think again, since this is only the beginning. The entire Unmatched League appears to be struggling with marketing. I mean, who are the names? It sounds more like a vitamin supplement than a basketball squad. Yet Squad Rose BC.
The Rose BC, where did they come up with the names in this league? They're awful. They're terrible. But the one thing we know that women's basketball is not comfortable with, good marketing. They don't get down with Caitlin Clark or good marketing.
However, this is where things get really interesting. Remember how we wondered what's going on behind the scenes with Rose BC? Well, it turns out that the issue begins long before the players ever set foot on the court. The Unrivaled League's strange naming decisions are just the beginning. You see, the league is having trouble figuring out how to market their star players, as if they're afraid of success or something, and they're making the same mistakes the WNBA made with Caitlin Clark.
I mean, Caitlin Clark comes in the WNBA, their cash cow shows up. They avoid her like she's got some kind of disease. Yeah, they think Caitlin Clark is the COVID. And so the whole league just has tried to stay away from her as much as humanly possible, when they should be entirely leaning in. They don't know how to market themselves. They don't even know how to name teams.
You may be wondering how this relates to Angel Reese's performance in general. After all, how can a league expect its players to perform at the highest level when they can't even get the fundamentals right? And let's not forget about the attendance figures. Thousands, not millions, at Reese's most recent airball. It seems like the league is allergic to success.
Could you hit a rim? Could you not airball to the thousands of people that's watching on TV? Not the hundreds of thousands, the thousands watching on TV.
Okay, remember how we discussed those shamefully empty arenas? Well, that's only the beginning, because this is where things start to get really crazy. Angel Reese is performing in a league that appears to be actively working to fail, not just putting up stats in front of a small group of supporters.
Y'all's attendance situation, it doesn't look great. It comes across looking terrible on. It's a pretty poor looking product on television from an attendance standpoint. Like, what they should have done, pulled an AEW here, put a bunch of seats back here, and packed everybody on this one back side, so everybody thinks the arena is actually full.
You may be asking yourself, wait, why would a league want to fail? And you're correct. The reason is that the Unmatched League isn't just poor at marketing, they seem to be afraid of their own success. Let's take a moment to analyze Reese's Impressive stat average, she is scoring of course, but her shooting percentage is terrible. It's like watching a child attempt to put popcorn in their mouth from across the room. Sometimes it works, but most of the time it's just a mess.
And you got people out here, folks, people are big mad. Did you point out the long 3 points she made, or did you just want to cake Clark? I mean, man, that escalated quickly. These Angel Reese fans they turn vicious real fast.
And this is where things start to get really interesting. You know how NBA players like Andre Drummond set high records, but their teams still lose. Well, Reese is becoming the women's basketball equivalent of that. She seems to be cursed or something, but here's the real kicker. The league appears to be allergic to success and doesn't seem to care. Can you believe that their great player is receiving attention for all the wrong reasons and that they aren't taking any action to address the issue?